united. And Julia's ready, but before we hand over Julia the art and science, we'd love to put Yaron on the
Thank
spotlight.
you. Thank you, Marek. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, everyone. I don't have the words to tell you how excited I am. First of all, to see all of you. This is the first global event that we are having in 2024. So really, it's a big excitement. And I see some familiar faces from all around the world, some new faces. So exciting. Thank you for coming. And we have a very, very special session today and a series of sessions with Julia. That first of all, it's always a pleasure for me to work with Julia. And every time I'm joining or working together with Julia, you know, I'm looking at Julia speaking and facilitating, and I feel in the way that she's speaking, like it's coming from my inside. And for a long, long time, we say, let's do something different for the tribe, something about the art and the science. And we have lots of ideas and something about maybe even a retreat, lots of things and seeds that we are putting for a while. And finally, it happens. And I'm very, very thankful for Julia, who is going to lead it today, and for this amazing journey. And I'm happy for you, for everyone, that you are going to have a chance today to experience something deep and playful and interesting, and to experience Julia in facilitating it. Enjoy it. And I hope to meet you face to face in 2024, somewhere in the world, in one of our programs. Love you. Thank you for this amazing journey that we are doing together. So, Julius, happy to be here with you. It's happening. You see, it's happening. That's all.
It's happening. Hello, everyone. It's actually, you know, when I was watching the movie, this video before, it took me to the places, to the memories, to the connections, to the friendships were made on the actually 11 years with Points of View. It's amazing. It's amazing journey behind. It's amazing journey up front. And yes, it's good to be here. And hello, everyone. From wherever you are, it's good morning, it's good evening, it's good afternoon. And I really feel this difference of that. I have to tell you that actually I'm connecting with you from the high seas. I just will show you just a little bit. I have, I'm somewhere in the middle of the ocean. And today's my concern was about, oh my God, the sea is a little bit rough. I just hope that Starlink and Elon Musk is doing a good job and I can connect with you. So yes, hello, Points of View tribe. And I would like to welcome, you know, everyone, not to miss anyone. I would like to welcome explorers, the practitioners, experts, masters, lead masters, and new joiners. If you are new to Points of View, welcome. And you know, just observe and explore. And today we're in the art and science of observation. And I'm a big fan of art. I'm a big fan of art. I'm a fan of science as well. And let's see how, you know, how we can combine it in Points of View with these amazing tools and amazing method, and to find the art and the science behind it. Because when my personal feeling about that, when I'm digging deeper and deeper, I can see there are so many treasures, so many things we can we can catch and explore and to see and to go deeper. And sometimes I feel sorry for myself that I'm too lazy to do the PhD for that. And the field is so open. And yeah, okay. I'm going to open my presentation because it's going to make it easier for me to speak, because people who knows me, they know I can talk a lot and to go in the places where I was not invited. So this is me. I'm Julia. I used to be the country leader of Points of View in Poland for almost 10 years. I'm still ambassador of Points of View in Poland, and I'm continuing to work with Points of View tools, and I love it and I enjoy it, and my clients love it and enjoy it. And in the meantime, I did as well my I'm still in the process of doing my license as a Gestalt therapist. So, and I'm a coach and a transformational presence coach, and I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, and so many roles I'm playing in my life. So welcome, and I need your cooperation. We all need your cooperation, and please make sure that your microphone is on mute. Otherwise, we're going to hear your cats, dogs, and children. It's there is not like they're not welcome, but it's not the maybe the environment that everybody wants to hear them. So please put your camera on. It will be amazing to see you. And even if you're in your pajamas or in your, I don't know where you are, in your car, in the park, it's really good to connect. It's really good because we are points of view where we're all about the connection. We're all about the image, and it's you know, it's better even for you to open the camera and to have this feeling that somehow you are connecting through this monitor. It's different when you're just the black square on the screen. So wait with the questions. I for sure I will give a space for all of us to for those who wants to ask a question or to say something or to add something. And please use the chat if you want to mention something. And Marek will help me with that to read your questions or to read your comments. And by the way, I would like to thank my soul brother Marek for it's long time. We, you know, we used to work together. We did a lot together. So, and it's always a pleasure, Marek, to have you. And yes, I love you so much. So thank you. Okay. So we're here today. It's exciting, actually. I didn't realize that this is the first meeting in 2024. And I believe since a long time, like a few months maybe. So we're here, first of all, to reconnect and connect. Points of view is all about connections. And I feel from my heart that I really miss it. And this is such a pleasure to start this process in a way to reconnect again, to remember who we are, to remember what we do, to remember how we work, and that we all have this capability and capacity, you know, to do such an amazing work for this traumatized world in a way. I will use this word. And yes, so let's connect. Let's discover something maybe new about points of view. Maybe it's going not to be new for you, but still I invite you to have the mind of the observer, of the student, because you cannot pour into the full cup. So if your cup is full, it's going to be hard for you to get something from it. Maybe you will learn something new today, as I said, or maybe you will unlearn something, or maybe you will, I don't know, just confirm to yourself what you already know. And it's amazing. And it's just to observe what you already know, what you didn't know, or maybe what you have to unlearn. We're going to experience as well. It's going to be different that if you know already points of view and you attended the workshops, so you know that it's all about the experience. And today it's going to be a little bit different. Not a little bit, it's going to be different. I'm going to talk a lot, but but with interactions. So it's just as well to observe, what does it do to you? You know, it's all about the observation. It's not good or bad. It's just because for myself, for example, when somebody's talking a lot, after 10 minutes, I'm switched off. So if it's happening to you, it's okay. It's not bad and good, but it's just to observe what is happening to me. Observe and notice. And this is what we are going to do today. We're going to use faces and punctum, and you don't have to have these tools with you, because we are going to use only what I'm going to place on the screen, and it's going to be more than enough. And please, since now, I invite you to take either paper, pen, pencil, your journal, whatever you have. And since this moment, I really invite you to go into the observation and noticing what is happening to you when you have your moments that something you can observe, thoughts, feelings, something you're curious about, something you have movement towards to, something you have movement against, like you want to move away from. So really to observe, and don't put it into complicated sentences, just the words. And I really invite you during all this time, just put the words which is coming to you, just an observation, and to be gentle with yourself. It doesn't, if it's not coming, it's not coming, but I'm sure it will come. Something will come. So, okay, let's go. And what we are going to do today, we're going to learn about the observation and its impact in our life and our well-being. And it's interesting, actually, how observation can impact our well-being. We're going to discover what the meaning of neuroception, what does it really mean, and how does it connect to the points of view method and what we are doing there, how we work with points of view, and experience a new way of observation. We're going to experience ourselves on different levels of observation, and of course connect to our heart, to our intuition, and to our wisdom. So this is what we are going to do today. And we're going to use our method, the pause, expand, focus, and doing. And even I think that we will dive into each of the, not each, but pause and expand for sure, and to try to look at it from the different angle. What is the science behind it? Why we do what we do. Exciting, huh? It's exciting. I'm just so the inspiration for this workshop, it's actually it's my own observation, it's the experience, it's research and practice. As I told you, it's almost 11 years I spent with points of view and with different schools as well. And when I'm learning about something, I'm always connecting it somehow. Oh, it's about points of view. Oh, it's about points of, oh, we're doing it in points of view. So this is actually how I came up with this, because it's, as I said, we can, if you're not lazy as me, you can write PhD about that, because there are so many things you can connect to this beautiful work. So, and my tops, there are somatic healing, Ayurveda, Kundalini, Gestalt, and points of view, and as well, science approach to neuroception. It explains a lot, the way we act and react in the way we build relationship. It's really very exciting. And it all leads to the transformational way of being. And it's not only in our professional life, it's everywhere we are, everywhere we go, with our children, with our partners, with our friends, with the work we are doing. It's really not only about how we see ourselves as professionals, we're just human. The pose. So we're going to start from the pose. It's really my one of the favorite step of the method, the pose. And I was just recalling today how many years as points of view we're inviting people to pose before the workshops, before each workshop we are doing. And actually it's 17 right here on, it's 2007, from 2007, even, you know, before all the, not before, but it was really very new on the market, on the development market, the self-development market, that we are inviting people to pause. And we were meeting with so many different reactions. Why we're posing, why we're doing nothing, why this music? And so there is a really science behind it. It's like, and it's a deep research behind the meditation and behind the breath work. And I just would like to introduce you today very shortly, very briefly. And as well, I would like to mention that everything what I'm going to propose you today, to to invite to you to explore. It's not to, it's not about to answer your questions, but it's invitation to dig deeper. So if you're inspired about something, go deeper and explore it. Because in 1.5 hours, I guess I already half an hour, talking. So just explore it deeper. And just a few words before we go to the pose. I would like to mention the heart math. And maybe some of you know already about the heart math and this beautiful research, what was done for years and years, how we can, how our heart works, and actually that the field of our heart is much more wider than the field of our mind, of our brain. And when we're when we really can connect our brain to our heart, with the feelings of the gratitude, with the good feelings, we're actually are able, we're more able to connect, we're more able to be compassionate, we're more able to be in the calm state of mind where we can make good decisions for ourselves. And just to give you an understanding how we're connecting the mind and the heart through the meditation and through the breath. And there is the heart math, they're introducing different kind of the breath. And today I would like to invite you as well to observe while you're going to do the meditation, and to inhale on the count of 5 and to exhale on the count of 5, and just to observe what is happening to your body. And just a few things here. So when we're in coherence, our, because negative emotions, they can create nervous system chaos, and positive emotions, they do the opposite. And when we are doing the pose, when we are breathing, and we are breathing with the thought of the gratitude, or about about someone who we really, really love, this is how we're increasing our the field of our heart. So positive emotions can increase the brain ability to make good decisions, and you can boost your immune system by focusing on the positive emotions. About the, even though you're experiencing something difficult in your life, there is always something you can be grateful for, and there is always someone you feel the love for. So the positive emotion can create a physiological benefits to our body, and our heart start to beat start to beat more like coherent and more calmer. So this is just a few benefits of what the posing, the meditation is doing. So let's I need actually pause as well because I feel I talk a lot. So let's do it together from different part of the world. Let's connect through the music, through the pose, through the coherence of our brain and our heart, and just to observe what is happening to us when we are listening to this music. Just to observe what is happening to your body, to your heart, what kind of thoughts are appearing when you're listening to this music. And let's together take this deep breath. It's really amazing that it's almost 200 people here in the room, and that we can take this breath together. So let's do it. Just let's inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. And let's enjoy the pause together.
trees, grasses, water, sun, stars, moon, clouds, rain, all are our friends, are us. Nature embraces us, and we embrace nature. We are nature. We are the trees and the clouds and the waters. When you hug a tree, you're hugging yourself. We are human beings. Human beings are part of nature. When you're seeing the ocean or the lake or the river, you're seeing yourself. Nature is a manifestation of God. In that manifestation, it's love all the way.
Thank you very much for this pause. I just would like to have a look at all of you and to wave you. Hello. Good to see you, everybody. Not just a presentation on the screen, but all the people from all over the world. Thank you for being here once again. It's really beautiful that we can connect in this way. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue our art and science of observation. And when we're speaking about the art, it's something to explore the beauty, it's something to express. Art actually is everywhere. And art by itself can invite us to feel, to explore ourselves. But at the same time, when we speak only about the art, it can be vague. And science gives us answers, gives us explanations, descriptions. But when we go only into science, it can be really boring. That's what I think. And so here we are combining the art and science. And when we are combining that, it can be actually fun. So points of view base, the main tool points of view is observation, because we observe the photo, we observe ourselves, we observe the dynamic which is happening in the room with ourselves, with the participants, with in one-on-one session. We always observing. We're doing it consciously or unconsciously. So let's see what is the word observation means. And it came from the Latin, and it means to attend to. And actually it's the foundation for our word observation, which requires from us to pay attention. And if you look at the science, actually all the science based on observations, on the research, on the, and we in the science we're using so many different tools to observe, and without the observation there is no science. So I would like to go with you into this place which in points of view we are saying that we are breaking the patterns. When we speak about the points of view, what we are doing, we're saying that we are breaking the patterns, opening the hearts, and connecting with the people. So what breaking the patterns means in that matter, in the matter of the observation as well. So how our mind works. We have the mind, which is conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. And our mind, it's not only the brain, actually the brain and the mind is it's something different, because the mind is as well our body, is as well our environment, and how the mind works. From the beginning of our life, we're collecting the experiences, we're collecting the ideas, we are collecting the beliefs. So our mind learn how to react on what we are experiencing. So we're creating thoughts, and the thoughts creating feelings and emotions, and feelings and emotions, they're creating our desires, behaviors, and patterns. So when we're speaking about breaking the pattern, it's to really to go into our subconscious mind, and subconscious mind collects the thoughts, the feelings, and the emotions which are not digested, which are not integrated, which are not like they're somewhere there, and we can be not aware, we can be not aware about why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm behaving this way, why I'm repeating in my life all the time the spiral of different situation, of different circumstances, of why I'm attracting people, more or less the same people into my life, and experience more or less the same relationships. It's all about our subconscious mind. And in order, and subconscious mind, it's like let's say that in the computer we all have the trash bin, and in our subconscious mind we collect all these undigested emotions and thoughts. And if we are not cleaning our recycling bin, it's actually slowing down our system. And if it's slowing down our system, it can go on our unconscious mind, which is actually how our body works. It's how our heartbeat works. It's how our bloodstream works. This is what we don't have impact on that. Some yogis do, but it takes a lot of practice. So our subconscious mind, when it's cluttered, it's actually going on our unconscious mind. And this is how psychosomatics works. And why it's important in points of view, because in points of view, through the image, through the story, through the metaphor, we are inviting people to unclutter our subconscious mind, to put on the surface what is hidden from us, from the way we see the world, from the way we see the world. And Einstein said that there are two ways of seeing the world. If the world is good for me, or if the world is like an enemy for me. And in both situations, you are right. So the image helps us really to understand, how do I see the world, how my negative mind works. And negative, I'm not saying about negative thoughts. Negative mind, it is about, am I safe? Am I in danger? Is it something happening here what can make me feel unsafe? This is how the negative mind works. It's not about good or bad. It's about to protect. And the positive mind works this way, asking the question, how can I use it? What is the purpose of it? How can it be beneficial for me? So, and this is as well what we can explore through the photography, through the interactions, through the metaphors. And let's go, but in order to do that, we really need to learn how to observe. Just wanted to remind you that just write down, if something is coming to your mind, if something is coming to your heart, just write down the word. So the art of observation, when we are saying about, look at the card, and just because you see, it doesn't mean that you observe. Observation requires from us something deeper. And the difference between seeing and observing is fundamental to so many aspects in our life. An observation is more than simply seeing something, but rather a mental process involving both visual and thought. And I would like to now really to stop here and to ask you a question. When you look at me now presenting here this presentation, and you're looking at me, and what do you see? Just, you don't need to answer me this question, but what do you see? Who do you see? And in a way, you can say that I see you are like a woman, middle-aged, da, da, da. But in the same time, I invite you to this perspective that what you see, it's your imagination about me. It's you don't see me, you see your imagination about me. And your imagination about me is coming from your neuroception, the way you feel yourself in the body when you're experiencing me talking, the way the thoughts which are coming to you from your collected experiences from your past life. And as well, for me, when I look at you, I don't see you. I see my imagination about you. And it's so complex because it's, you know, we're all from here, from so many different places in the world. And the way we see it, first, it's our culture. It's our demography. It's our ancestors who had influence on us. There are so many things influence how we see each other, how we perceive each other, how we feel each other. And it's really interesting to observe, what do I really feel in my body when I have an interaction with you, when I have an interaction with the image, when I have an interaction with the situation. So this invites us already to observe this thinking that I cannot see you and you cannot see me. It's all about our imagination and how we perceive the world. So going even deeper into that, into how do we observe and what kind of question we can ask ourselves when we observe something. First, how does it make you feel? And your first response is in your body, not in your mind, or is in your body. Your body reacts because our nervous system is 200 million years old. Imagine how much time it took to develop, and it's so beautiful and complex when you go deeper into the neuroception. If you would love to, how amazing our body is, how many information it can perceive. So first question we're asking ourselves, how does it make me feel? The situation, the person, the card, I don't know, the story which I'm listening to. Then we're asking ourselves a question, and does the difficult stuff make you fearful, anxious, and angry to observe? For example, when something is difficult happens, difficult for you, and what is difficult? Difficult is that I cannot process it. There is something in my subconscious mind that doesn't allow me to process it. Or even, for example, to make a difference between what is really a danger for me or what is the danger in my imagination. It's really to separate that. Because our reaction can be relevant and not relevant, match or mismatch to what is happening. And when it's mismatch, means something is and for example, if I'm saying something and it makes you, or criticizing something, someone, and you have a reaction for that, it's not only a reaction that I'm criticizing you, it can be a reaction of criticism you experienced before. So this is how important it's to observe what I'm reacting to. So another question we can ask ourselves when we observe something, does it make you want to leap in and fix things or run away and hide? So what is the first movement? Is it I want to fix something, or I want to run away and not to deal with that? And when you're experiencing something peaceful and beautiful, natural, do you really allow yourself to experience joy and pleasantness? Or maybe do you want to immerse yourself in this experience? And it's really interesting to observe as well. Is it easier for me to experience something brings me anxiety and fear? Or is it easier for me to be in peace, in joy, in love? And sometimes the answer is not so obvious. And why it's important, why I'm asking these questions? It's important for us not only to understand how the points of view method works. It's important for us to understand what is happening to us when we are working with other people, when we are connecting with other people, when we are experiencing the situation, when you're a facilitator or you're a coach or you're the therapist, just really to observe what is happening to you in relation to somebody, to something. And Aristotle said, know yourself first. And when we are going deeper into our own observation ourselves, and we understand ourselves more with compassion, with kindness, with love, with like not in a non-judgmental way, we can actually give it to others. And here I would like to stop a little bit, and maybe you would like to say something, to add something. Maybe you get inspired with something. So please, I'm just opening the space for you to share whatever you want to share. Just 5 minutes before we continue.
Maybe, can I speak?
Yes. Hello, Billy.
Hi, I'm from El Salvador. You said that Aristotle said that you have to know yourself first. I think it's really true, because if you don't know your feelings, if you don't know how to see if you're angry or happy, you cannot see that in the other people. So it's really important to feel and take the time to do it within yourself, to learn about all those feelings and all those reactions you have before going to others. So I like that, what you said, a lot. Thank you.
Yes, Christine.
I think it's very important. It's a very precious gift that we've had this afternoon, just to stop and to observe. That art of observation is absolutely key for human beings today, because today we're put under pressure. So the word on demand has now become synonymous with human beings. When did that happen? It was only meant to be for technology. And I have a technology background. I worked for IBM for 12 and a half years and various other large technology companies. So observation is something that we need to practice more often, so we can see with our eyes, but we don't observe. We're pressured to be somewhere, to do somewhere, to have more, to go further. And the art of observation gets lost somewhere in the ether. But when we do stop, I'm taking it from Nancy Klein's book, how to learn how to think. Amazing things come up for us, and the answers always come in the silence, not in the talking. It always comes in the silence. So I think this is precious today, a good reminder for all of us to stop and take stock of who are we and where am I going really? Who am I really? And where am I going?
Thank you, Christine. Thank you. And it's really taking it from what you said, to be curious how I get adapted to this world. because our nervous system is all about surviving. And we learn how to adapt first with our parents, because the biggest human need is to be loved and accepted. And how did we get the love and acceptance from our parents? And this is our creative adaptation, and there's nothing good or bad about that. It's just to observe why I'm doing what I'm doing, how I'm interacting, how I'm making the connections, how I'm building the relationships, why I'm doing this work as a coach, facilitator, why I'm working with points of view. What is there for me? I even like have a goosebumps when I'm talking about that, because it's such a wonderful thing to explore ourselves, and how much deeper and slower we can go with ourselves and others as well. Okay, let's continue, because I can see the time, and I'm a queen of jet lag and not watching the time. So, okay. I would like to show you just a few minutes about the art of observation, just 2 minutes. And this beautiful philosopher, Krishnamurti, it's not easy actually to listen to him, but I would like to give you the taste of, if you, after this presentation, if you want to learn more about it, just find him on the YouTube. But just 2 minutes to listen to him, what he speaks about the observation. And again, to notice, how does it make you feel when you listening to this amazing man? So just 2 minutes to observe.
To observe is the most important thing in life. Not tell the observation how to observe, but to learn the art of observing without any distortion, without any motive, without any purpose, just to observe. In that there is tremendous beauty, because then there is no distortion. You see things clearly as they are. But if you make an abstraction of it into an idea, and then through that idea observe, then it's a distortion. Right? So, we are merely, freely, without any distorting factor entering into our observation, observing consciousness. So consciousness begins to reveal its own totality. There is nothing hidden. It is because the content, which is our hurt, our greed, our envy, our happiness, our beliefs, our ideologies, all that makes up consciousness. The past traditions, the present scientific or factual traditions, and so on, so on, so on. All that is our consciousness. To observe it without any movement of thought. Because thought has put all the content of our consciousness, thought has built it. When thought comes and says, this is right, this is wrong, this should be that, you are still within the field of consciousness, you're not going beyond it.
Oh, thank you. And it's just to observe again. What does it do to you when you listen this approach to the observation? and you know where it takes you. It's do you have a movement towards it? Do you have a movement away from it? It's just to observe what kind of reaction do I have on what I see, what I experience, what I hear. So let's go into understanding the science of the science behind the observation is our neuroception. And neuroception is our beautiful autonomic nervous system. And our nervous system lives in the heart of our lived experience. This is what I said in the beginning, that we are collecting the experience from the beginning of our life. And this is in our nervous system, this is everything where our perspective begins. It's the platform that is created for our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, and our stories. This is how we are wired. And this is what, that's why I'm asking you, who do you see? And you don't see, we don't see each other, we see the imagination of each other. So our nervous system collecting all this information, all these thoughts, all these emotions, all these experiences. And what is happening to us when our nervous system is regulated and flexible? So in a way, healthy, that we are really feel safe with ourselves, but as well we can recognize the danger and to react on that. So what happens to us when we are regulated and flexible? First, it's as well, it impacts our physical body. We experience reduced inflammation and control of immune response. We have a lower risk of stroke, heart disease, and diabetes. We're better able to manage our emotions when we are regulated. We have increased capacity for friendship, for connection, and we have resilience and compassion. So this is what is happening to us when we are really in the good state of our nervous system. And what is happening to us when we are dysregulated and more rigid, and we have more rigid nervous system? Many things can influence that. Traumas, which we all experience in our life. So the different kind of difficult situation, which are, we cannot process, we cannot integrate them. So what is happening when our nervous system is dysregulated? We have impaired immune functioning. We suffer with inflammatory disease, digestive problems, respiratory problems, chronic fatigue. And we experience depression and anxiety, social isolation, and loneliness. And this is the space where we cannot build connections, where we cannot be in touch and in touch with others, because our nervous system is it's protecting itself. It's saying us that something is dangerous outside. And how it's actually relevant to the work what we are doing with points of view. It's first is to observe, for example, when we are observing the image and something is happening and our nervous system is reacting, and this is the first question we asking usually: do you like the photo, or do you don't like the photo? And our nervous system reacts to that. And first reaction, if we are able to observe it, it's coming from our body, from our memory, from our past experiences. And neuroception is a detection without our awareness. And the way it listens in three ways, in three pathways. First, what is happening inside when I'm looking at something and I'm experiencing something. What is happening outside when I'm looking at something and experiencing something, and what is happening in between. And this space in between, this is for us to observe. And here, I would like to invite you into experience, finally. Finally, I would like to invite you into the experience through points of view tool. And we are going to do it in a different way, just really to get in touch with how the image works for us. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you a few images from Punctum and from Faces. And I invite you to observe the first round. When you look at this photo, what is happening in your body? Just how your body reacts. The second round is what thoughts do you have when you see those images, and which image attracting you more and which image is attracting you less? Which image you're curious about, which image you want to run away from. And the third round, it's about how you feel about what you see. So I'm going to show these images to you 3 times, and you answer, and just write down the answers. You don't need to do anything else. Just write down the answers in one word. So I call this this experience like tuning into neuroception, really to notice, to observe the reaction. So do you have a desire to move closer? Are you curious about what is in that image? Or do you feel like you want to get away from the image? Or you feel yourself fading away, not able to connect to the image? Or do you lose the track of where you are? And there is no good or bad answer. It's just your experience, just to observe. So let's start. Just observe your reaction in your body and write it down. Write a few words about that, and we will start again. And I will show you the same images and just observe the thoughts which are appearing in your mind. Okay, just the thoughts, just observe. And the third round, what emotions or feeling you have when you see this photo? And as well, notice which photo attracts you more and which photo attracts you less, and to which you don't have reaction at all. After this short experience, just notice, where did your neuroception took you? What did you notice? What made you feel curious? What made you feel that you want to take yourself away? Which photo took you to the place that, oh, I really would love to explore it and to learn more about it? And just notice what you wrote to yourself. And another thing which is very important about our experiences, and when we discover something that I experienced this and that, for example, I'm experiencing fear. And somebody is saying to me, you know, there is nothing to fear about. So this is the reaction which gives me which gives me this sense of loneliness, because I'm experiencing fear and somebody is saying to me, you know, there is nothing to fear about. Intellectualizing it, there is nothing to fear about. But when I have this experience that I'm experiencing, I feel fear, and I have someone who is saying, I can feel you. I can feel you. I can feel your fear. Yes, sometimes I'm experiencing fear as well. So this is when my nervous system, like, this is the moment when I can connect. And this is when we are saying that we are breaking the patterns and opening the heart, because we are allowing ourselves to feel and to accept our feelings and to be seen by others. And this is healing experience by itself. So I would like you to invite now into breakout rooms and to talk about this experience, about what happened to your body, what happened, what kind of thoughts you had when you looked at the photos, and what feelings you had when you looked at these photos. And you can choose few of them and to talk about few of them, or maybe even one. Just find a way to connect to each other. You're going to be 3 people in the room, and I invite you as well to and you're going to have 15 minutes for that. And as well, I invite you, when you connect into the room, when you meet someone into the room, just observe how does it make you feel? Is it somebody you know, somebody you don't know, somebody you wanted to be in this room and they're not there, or you are in the room by yourself with just black screens, and just to observe, how does it make you feel? Where it's taking you? So 15 minutes to talk about this experience, about the observation, where those photos took you, or just something you want to share about the observation. Just enjoy the time together. 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we're going to be back and to do the closure of this process. See you soon and enjoy. Darwin, yes, please. Time to say not goodbye, but see you soon. I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you again on our next workshop about the art and science of presence, which is observation is one of the important tool of points of view, and the presence is another one. Not only in points of view, in our life, basically. It's, you know, when you go deeper with points of view, you'll understand it's about the life. And I would like to invite you to really, I'm inviting myself all the time to this, to observe when I'm repeating the pattern, how I'm in a relationship, and even to observe this, it's very curious how you feel in your body with the different people. When you observe that with some people you can do things like you can create things which you cannot create with others. I mean, the energy, this exchange when we are meeting with when we're nervous system meeting with the nervous system, and what is happening. And it's amazing to observe how we are impacting each other. So I invite you to become your own researcher the scientist of your own life. And and as well, if you wrote the words today, if you took this challenge and you were writing during all the workshops, just observe, what is it about? Where is this inviting you? And maybe you can create sentences from that. And maybe you will explore something else. So thank you for those. Oh, it's beautiful number. 111 people left in the room. I'm into number. I love to observe the numbers. Like 11, 11, 12, 12. They keep coming. So, and Orly is going to send you the link to the post after this workshop. And I really would love to hear from you. What did you take from this workshop? With one word, maximum one sentence. And thank you for your presence. Thank you for the time. And you know, the time, this is something you cannot get back. We shared this time together, and this is the resource, you cannot take it back. So I really appreciate your presence here, and that we spend this 90 minutes together, and see you in 1 month with topic, the art and science of presence. So thank you very much. Have a good life, everybody.
Thank
Bye,
you.
bye, bye. Thank you.
Thank you,
As
Julio.
well, thank you.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank
You.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Shalom.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye. Bye.
Selamat.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Have a
Bye.
good day.
Au revoir, Julia. Au revoir à tous.
Au
Bye.
revoir.
Au revoir. Bye.
Thank you
everyone.
very much. Shalom, shalom.
Au revoir.